こんにちは。ワールドピースプレイヤーで2004年、マウント富士の事務局を担当した岡野博樹です。今回コロナウイルス感染拡大を受けて、配信での開催が決定いたしました。日本事務局を代表して少しお話をさせていただきます。私は普段音楽家をなりわいとしておりますが、ワールドピースプレイヤーデーの提唱者であるチーフ・アーバン・ルッキングホースの教えに感銘を受けて、今から16年前、5人の事務局の仲間と共に日本全国にワールドピースプレイヤーデーの開催を呼びかけてまいりました。その呼びかけに日本全国の約400人近いボランティアの方々が応えてくださり、そして夏至の日には日本全国世界中から7000人近い方々がおいでになり、祈りの場が生まれました。昨年私たちの友人であり事務局の代表であった海老原芳恵さんがスピリットの世界に旅立ちました。私たちは彼女の御霊と共にこの2020年の夏至の日の祈りを日本全国の皆さんに呼びかけてまいりました。そのことはそれぞれが住む各々の場所、自分の足元こそが聖地であり、母なる地球の上なんだということを感じさせてもらい、それは大きな気づきになったというふうに感じています。2004年のワールドピースプレイヤーで日本開催の後、全国で多くの方々が夏至の日の祈りを続けていらっしゃいます。2005年からは海老原芳恵さんが中心となり、富士での祈りが続いていました。2005年から4年間、富士山の周りを4カ所で約200人ぐらいの方々のギャザリングが続いていました。それ以後もセレモニーは続いています。また、2004年の参加者のお一人お一人が、各々の場所で祈りの場を作ってくださっています。2004年、アイヌ民族の代表として参加してくださったアイヌアートプロジェクトの結城浩二さんは、このようなメッセージを我々に送ってくださいました。祈りの母は愛であり、祈りの父は大地である。祈りの子供たちは言葉であり、愛を持つ私たちである。すべての命に愛を祈り捧げます。私はワールドピースプレイヤーデーにそんな大きな世界を見ました。
しかし今を生きる私たちアイヌにはこれが本当の昔話かどうかを確かめる術があります。それはこの土地、この北海道はエゾオオカミを根絶やしにして、北海道どころか日本国中のオオカミを根絶やしにしてしまったのが私たち人間という生き物だから。 たりを皆さんに伝えるとき、それは自分への戒めと、熊が町に降りてきて騒いで熊を殺して、ああよかったと騒いでるあなた方への戒めと、それを悲しむその心、しばさえかむいそんのやいないけれ。
また当時夜の会場に祈りのキャンドルを灯してくださったキャンドル・ジュンさんは、日本の新潟、熊本、長野など災害被災地、そして原発事故のあった東北には毎月赴き、祈りの灯火を灯し、輪を広げてくださっています。海老原芳恵さんもその会場には何度も赴き、歌を届けておられました。夏至以外にも当時の参加者の方々が中心となり、日本古来からの聖地でのギャザリングも多数行われています。本来日本に残る古代の祈りもまた、自然界に神を、仏を見出してきた歴史があります。そのことはチーフ・ハーバル・ルッキング・ホースが我々に伝えてくださったそれぞれの国の聖地を敬い、尊び、そして古代の祈りの復活にもつながると私たちは信じています。ある時は聖なる山の頂上で、沖縄の古代の歌木で、アイヌとヤマトの古戦場で平和を祈り、母なる地球が平穏であるように祈り、舞い、歌う、そのような素晴らしい活動が全国で続いています。私自身も2005年から聖地での奉納演奏や日本古来の山岳修験、山河を祈り歩き、自然界に神仏を感じる修行、続けてまいりました。私はこの山岳修験も最近では多くの若者が参加してくださっているように感じています。 しかし、今の私たちが住む日本には、未来に不安を感じずにはいられない問題が山積みしています。2004年の夏至の祈りから7年後、2011年3月11日、日本列島を大きな地震が襲いました。そして原子力発電所が大変な大事故を起こし、大気に、大地に、そして海に莫大な放射性物質が流出しました。それは人間を含むたくさんの命を傷つけ、そして今も続いています。現地に住む友人姉妹たちはその問題に正面から向き合い、今も活動を続けてくれていますが、簡単に収束するようなことではありません。また、近年、種子法改正案が国会に提出されたことにより、国に守られていた農作物の種子の管理、研究、生産がなくなり、国内外の企業による GMO 種子が幅を利かせてくることがとても懸念されます。また、種苗法という農作物の自主採取ができなくなる法律が通ろうとしています。日本列島のほとんどは山です。その山々もまた大きな問題を抱えています。高齢化に伴い里山は荒廃し、山村文化が消滅の危機にあります。第二次大戦後の拡大造林政策による植樹や畜産振興のための森林伐採、本来の生態系バランスが崩れてしまい、それによって野生動物が激増、山々に住む動物たちが食べるものを失い、里や村の人々の作物を荒らしていきます。それを名目に多くの自然動物が個体調整という観点から年間何万頭というレベルで殺処分されているという現状があります。私はこの動物たちの御霊の安穏を祈り、その川で太鼓作りを続けながら今の現状を伝えていく活動を山に住む友人たちと共に今も続けています。2004年の WPPD は私たちに多くの気づきをもたらしてくれました。あの場所でまかれた祈りの種は確実に芽を出し、そして祈りの場を全国に広げてくれているように私は感じています。冒頭にもお伝えしましたが、昨年スピリットの世界に旅立った事務局の代表、海老原芳恵さんが生前残した歌、木を植えようを彼女への追悼とともにお送りしたいと思います。
大地の危機を感じ取って山の命が里に降りる、風の向きが変わったので鳥は旅することをやめる。大地の危機 歌い踊ろうお互いの命未来の命一つの縁の中で生きる振り上げた拳開いてみよう世界を変えるのは命からお互いの命未来の命一つの縁の中で生きる振り上げた拳開いてみよう世界を変えるのは愛の力お互いの命未来の命一つの縁の中で生きる一つの縁の中で生きる一つの縁の中で生きる
よしえちゃんの御霊の安穏を祈りたいと思います。彼女は事務局の中で本当に母のようにみんなをいつも愛して大きな目線で見てくれていました。彼女がいてくれたから僕たち事務局もなんとかまとまって大きな祈りの場を作ることができたように思います。ここで2004年の日本でのワールドピースプレイヤーデーのドキュメンタリーをご覧いただきたいと思います。2004年のワールドピースプレイヤーデー4日間、7000人近い方々がおいでくださった祈りの場の映像を見るとき、今も私たちの心に希望が湧いてきます。90分という長さですが、ぜひご覧ください。
World Peace and Prayer Day is a gathering initiated by Chief Orville Lookinghorse, spiritual leader of the Lakota Sioux people. It's a call for all nations, all people, all faiths, to gather at sacred sites around the world and pray for world peace and the healing of Mother Earth. Starting in 1996, World Peace and Prayer Day was held for 5 years in 5 different locations in North America. It then traveled to Ireland in 2001, South Africa in 2002, Australia in 2003, and to Mount Fuji, Japan in 2004. At the World Peace and Prayer Day held at Mount Fuji, over 7,000 people from around the country and from around the world attended, including native delegates from various parts of the world. Events were held on June 19th and 20th at the Asagiri Outdoors Activity Center, located at the foothill of Mount Fuji. On June 21st, Solstice Gathering was held at the Asagiri Arena. On June 18th, a charity concert organized by the local community was held at Fujinomiya Citizens Cultural Hall. Similar charity concerts and gatherings had been held throughout Japan during the preceding year to raise funds for World Peace and Prayer Day. Over 60,000 flyers were passed from person to person, and the funds necessary for the main gathering was collected through donations and sales of support merchandise. On June 19th, the opening ceremony was held at the Outdoors Activity Center. Starting with the message of Orville Looking Horse, messages from overseas delegates were presented. A symposium on the ancient culture of Japan followed.
Hello everyone.
ただいまより
With this, I would like to announce the opening of World Peace and Prayer Day 2004, Japan.
開催いたします。
And already we have went to different countries, different nations throughout the world to pray with people like people from Ireland and South Africa, Australia, then here in Japan. We prayed, it's part of our tradition to always start the prayer and ask the Creator to bless us on this day. We're well represented from different countries and nations are here today with us, and I'd like to say thank you, Wopila, for each representatives and all the volunteers and people that have helped us bring this beautiful energy together. World Peace and Prayer Day, I'd like to read a statement. We are at the crossroads, either be faced with a lot of chaos, disasters, sicknesses, viruses, tears from our relatives' eyes, or we can unite spiritually with nations upon Mother Earth throughout the world. I am wearing a medallion, and it shows here a white buffalo calf. And all the places that we have gone to, there's white animals showing their sacred color in different countries throughout the world. So we are the voice for the environment, and we are the voice for our children, the future generations, and everything that is, because we believe that everything that is upon Mother Earth has a spirit. We as nations Upon Mother Earth, we have many sacred sites and sacred places to pray from. As we now in a new millennium, we know that we're faced with earth changes and climate changes and global warming. But we are here as a mind, body, and spirit, and we're going to change to bring a balance back to Mother Earth. Many nations throughout the world are looking towards us today. But it's very important that this is a spiritual gathering for world peace and global healing. On June 21st, we pray that someday it'll be recognized as an international holiday. We can create an energy shift upon Mother Earth. May peace be with each and every one of you. Mitako Wasi, thank you.
Good afternoon, and I greet you with my heart. So this journey has been led by prayer, and everybody that has come to help, I believe that the Spirit has guided them. Just as each and every one of you that are sitting here, you're very important to what's going to happen to the world and for the future generations. So what that's saying is Mother Earth needs us. And what we're trying to explain is Mother Earth's aura, her embodiment is the ozone layer. And we've caused that poisoning in the air, and we're killing her spirit, so it's leaving holes in the ozone layer, and that's her aura. And the sacred sites that are upon Mother Earth are her power points. And that's what our journey is about, is to create that energy shift with the power points, just as we understand the chakras on our body. So when we have our ceremonies, our indigenous ceremonies, we gather around one that is sick. And particularly with the Lakota, we followed the Buffalo Nation, and this is what they taught us. When somebody is sick, we circle around and we give them our energy so they could stand. The mothers understand what I am talking about, because when you have a sick child, you hold that child with all your heart, and you can heal that child with your love. Each of us have that ability to contribute our energy, and that's what we're doing here today, because all over the world, as much as we've been working for 9 years, people are gathering at sacred sites, and they're connecting to your spirit so that we can heal something great for our future generations. I thank you for coming here today and offering your heart and your minds. And I ask you to be a leader in your communities, a leader in your families, to help them to understand the importance of contributing to the future of our generations to come.
I've been drawn here, just like everybody here today, many people. I've been pulled to this very special place for this very special gathering.
I hope that in the coming days together, we can reflect on how we are to lead our lives in this world and how to pass it on to our children. I hope we can further our understanding by learning from the wisdom of native people. And June 21st will be a day for all of us to make our commitment to the past we are choosing, as well as a day for us to take the first step. I send my deepest gratitude to everyone for spending the time, money, and most of all, your hearts to come here. Thank you very much.
I love you, Earth.
愛する地球よ。
I love you, Earth.
愛する地球よ。
You are beautiful.
あなたは美しい。
I love the way you are.
ありのままのあなたを愛しています。
I know I never said it to you.
今まで言わなかったけれど。
But I want to say it now.
でも今伝えたい。
I love you. I love you. I love you, Earth.
愛してやまない地球よ。
I love you. I love you. I love you now.
そして今も愛しています。
I love you, Earth.
愛する母なる大地よ。
You are beautiful.
あなたは美しい。
I love the way you shine.
輝くあなたを愛しています。
I love your valleys. I love your mornings.
いくつもの谷も、そしていくつもの朝も、
In fact, I love you every day.
いつも愛しています。
I know I never said it to you.
今まで言わなかったけれど、
Why? I would never know.
なぜそれはわからない。
Over blue mountains, over green fields,
美しい山々や緑の野原に向かって、
I want to scream about it now.
大声で愛していると伝えたい。
I love you, I love you, I love you, Earth.
愛してやまない地球よ。
I love you, I love you, I love you now.
そして今も愛しています。
You are our meeting point of infinity.
あなたは無限へと続く道。
You are our turning point in eternity.
そして永遠の中の分岐点。
I love you, I love you, I love you, Earth.
愛してやまない地球よ。
I love you, I love you, I love you now.
そして今も愛しています。
琉球諸島の現在生きている信仰の特徴というのは何なのかという、これが
Nature and ancestral worship characterize the faith that is alive in the Ryukyu Islands. I believe this is common among all native people. In nature worship, all natural phenomena such as the sea, mountains, rivers, grass, trees, rocks are regarded as gods. I believe this same concept existed in ancient Japanese culture. There is a Japanese word that I really like, Yaoyorozu no Kami, meaning 8 million gods. There must have been 8 million gods present in this country. I think they are gradually losing power over the years. Still, in the Ryukyu Islands, everything is still regarded as God. Right now, the gods of the Ryukyu are sending a typhoon here to Fuji. For the Okinawans, the typhoon too is a god. Every year, despite the advances in science, the notion that the gods of nature rule our lives is present among the Okinawans. In Okinawa, there are sacred sites called the Utaki in almost every corner of the forest, or in the castle compounds. We are not supposed to move or take anything from the Utaki, not even a small pebble, a single blade of grass. It is said that if one breaks this taboo, one may suffer a fever or become ill.
今でもそういうタブーが生きています。
アーボルさんは、ダイアローグとおっしゃいましたけれども、
I mentioned that ancient Japanese culture has similarities with native culture. This said, I believe there's something that the Japanese have forgotten, and that's the idea of diversity. I think we Japanese are unconsciously destroying the diversity of our species and culture.
そういう古装文化が現代に生きていく場合に大事なこと、そしてこれは先住民の運動の中
We must begin to protect this diversity. The spirit to protect diversity is present in native cultures, including the Okinawan and Ainu cultures.
近くのうちに、滅ぼしてきてしまったところがあるわけなんですけれども、そういうものを今後保っていかなきゃいけないし、そういう精神が実は先住民文化の中にあり、沖縄文化の中にあり。
I think today's gathering is like an orchestra of such diversity. Perhaps the word orchestra implies the sense of organization too strongly. Rather, it's the sense of harmony that I can feel. Still, the word harmony conveys organization, but there are areas we cannot get close to. Yet, I believe there are things that we can share and feel something resonate in our hearts and bodies. I can feel that we have been able to reach such a place of heart today.
体や心で響き合うものを感じ取ることができる、そういう場を今日は持てたというふうに感じております。
At the Nature Activity Center, 6 sites were set up in the lush forest, where events were held according to different themes. Here at Site A, Time passed in a relaxed mood around the central theme of storytelling. Stories by Lakota and Eskimo elders and stories about Mount Fuji were shared. There were also Ainu design cutout craft and beeswax candle making workshops. Be Good Talk was held at the Camp Center. Here, speakers explored the theme of sustainable lifestyle through movies and talks. At Site B, free food was offered to all visitors. The theme was, "We are all sisters and brothers on this planet. Let us share instead of take, so that we may achieve world peace." Over the 3-day period, kitchen volunteers provided over 10,000 meals. The supply of food came from donations throughout Japan.
あなたが歩く道、私が歩む道、違うけど同じ星の上にある一つ、あなたが話す言葉 私が話す言葉違うけど同じ心伝えたい一つダンダダラダンダダンダダラダンダ
Site C provided presentations of ideas on how to live in harmony with the Earth. The Earth is a planet of water. The sun nurtures all life. All life is connected. We humans are part of this circle of life, together with the trees, waters, soil, and insects. As a way to remember our innate sense of connection, Site C presented technologies we can incorporate into our lives. Displays included a dish reuse system, recharging of mobile phones using solar battery, use of rainwater, use of waste cooking oil, composting, solar cookers, and natural building materials were displayed. The auditorium was decorated with the World Peace and Prayer Day Children's Art Show.
Let's keep our hearts together as one, and let's make tomorrow the greatest day. The key words are rhythm, balance, and harmony.
Over 700 volunteer staff from across Japan came to support World Peace and Prayer Day. We could feel oneness of heart there. On the 20th, staff gathered in a circle for an early morning prayer. The rain began to fall harder. Events continued to be held outdoors with the help of volunteer staff and participants. The rain increased, and the weather forecast announced that a typhoon was approaching Mount Fuji. While events were being held at the Outdoor Activity Center, a prayer ride and walk began from the Fujisan Hongu Sengen Taisha Shrine. The walk headed to the Asagiri Arena. For the Native American people, to walk on Mother Earth is a form of prayer for Mother Earth and Father Sky. Many walks have been held in the past and continue to be held as a form of prayer and ceremony.
As we walk today, I encourage you to remember all the people that are having a hard time. There's a lot of sicknesses and viruses that is upon us today. And today, there's a war that's going on in Iraq. I went and prayed there with other spiritual leaders and religious leaders. And before I came up here, we went to Mexico City. And there's some runners that are coming from Alaska running towards the south tip of South America. And today they're running into Mexico City. So remember the people there running. And back home in our Lakota territory, there's a ride that's going on right towards Little Bighorn. And anyway, I was supposed to be on a ride on horseback, but they're doing a ceremony on June 25th. But they wanted to pray with us on June 21st on the ride. So there's a lot of people riding on horseback or walking, running, and the Spirit is with us today.
The Women's Storytelling Circle, planned at Site A, was moved to the Outdoor Activity Center due to rain.
This is my home right now while I'm here, because Mother Earth is here and she's my mother, so I'm home right now. Thank you.
Today, I celebrate my birthday with you. I'm 66 years old. What I have learned in these years is how beautiful we are in our differences. Like snowflakes, we are no two alike. What we must learn is how beautiful we are just as we are. What I have learned is that power comes from being who we really are inside. Power doesn't come from being stronger than another person. Power comes from expressing the beauty of our sacred gift of who we are. I sit here in a line of powerful women. I know these women, and I know their power comes from their humility and their respect for life.
You are the children of the rainbow. We are all Great Spirit's children. Think with your heart. If you feel yourself getting unbalanced, always, always come back to the place of love. World peace begins with a smile. And this is aloha. Mahalo gozaimashita.
ありがとうございました。
I'd like to share with you, as it was said before, we always long, or we always would like to sing something from our hearts. I don't know how to sing, but 2 years ago, I saw a circle of angels, and the angels were saying these words. If you can imagine, I'm just going to tell you how the angels looked. It was a beautiful white circle, and the wings of the angels came from above the head down to the ground. And these angels danced in a sacred circle. And this is what they said, towards the one,
一つに向かって
towards the one,
一つに向かって
towards the one,
一つに向かって
compassion,
慈愛の心、共感する心
towards the one,
一つに向かって
towards the one,
一つに向かって
towards love,
愛に
towards the one,
一つに向かって
towards the one,
一つを目指して
towards harmony,
将来を目指して
towards the one,
一つを目指して
towards the one,
一つに向かって
to all,
みんなに
illuminated,
そして輝くように
towards peace,
平和に向かって
towards the one,
一つに向かって
I come to find out later that these words are from the sacred book of the Quran. And it was the Christian angels that were singing that. And it was on the seventh day of 9/11. Mateusz? Thank you.
So we have the different levels all working through all of the quests, and we're coming back into the time of the Divine Feminine. So if women come to understand the energy of love through heightening their vibration for healing all aspects of fear, no matter what aspect of life that you carry it in, you will return to your divine order, which is love. So from the aspect of evolution, we're coming towards the end of the patriarchal era, and that's why we have so much turmoil within ourselves. We have to come into polarity of the mind and stop giving the mind the control when it is only an aspect of the bodies. We must return to the balance of spirit. As we gather at these gatherings all over the world on the sacred sites, we are honouring the Divine Feminine. We are returning to our unity within one, which is the lower one. The principle of the patriarchal era was that women were to close their throats, stay silent for a 2,000-year period. The energy of the male of the solar plexus was to close down so they wouldn't feel how they were acting. So in conclusion, what I say to you is that we all have the ability to heal ourselves. We all have the ability to share our own divine knowing. We all have our memories from our past lives, our trainings, our understanding. And the older you become, the more you know you have to heighten your vibration and bring forth your wisdom. And what I request is that you consider the essence of the path, which is to live in love, and to know me is to love me, and I wish you all to be the same.
That's why when you come to New Zealand and you meet Māori people, you will do this act at a greeting. And what this is to remember the first human being and the lesson that she teaches us that the lesson that she teaches us that no matter what lies behind us and no matter what lies before us, what is most important is what lies inside us. And that is why all of nature, trees, birds, animals understand this wisdom. But one of the gifts that Tane gave us was the gift to forget. But the mother understood that we would do this, so she gave the ability to remind us how special life is to the trees, to the birds, to nature, to everything around us. And so, like she plants the seeds for nature in the earth so they can grow and be strong and be peaceful, she also seeded into us this special seed for peace. And what we need for that seed inside us to grow and to bloom and blossom and become beautiful and become fulfilled are things that are related to creativity, art, music, singing, kindness, compassion, peace, sharing food with one another. All cultures have this. We all share this. And so if you feel you are forgetting, just go to the nature, go to the trees, sit quietly, do some art, make some music, and you'll remember the seed inside you will grow and blossom. And this is what I want to share with you. My story is finished here, and to finish our story, I want you to find a different person to the person you had before, and I want you to share your breath with them. Good. Now you all do it.
シマフクロウっていうのはフクロウのことで、アイヌ語でコタンコロカムイと言います。
In the Ainu language, we call the owl Kotankoro Kamui. The owl is a god that protects the villages and the forest. The salmon is the god of the ocean and the fish. This is a story about the mountain gods and the ocean gods.
山でばかり暮らしていた私は退屈しきっていたので浜の方へ行ってみようかと思って飛んでいきました。
I became bored of living in the mountains, so I flew down to the beach.
浜辺の木に止まって沖の方を見ていたところ
While I was looking out at the ocean from a treetop, Kamuichep, a group of fish gods, approached the beach from the ocean.
神の魚の群れが上がってきました。真っ先に上がってきた鮭神が恐れ多い神様がいらっしゃる。静まりなさい。
The salmon god was the first to arrive, and he said, "Listen, everyone, this god here is the most respected god."
ところが最後にやってきた鮭が言うには何の神だ
However, the salmon that was the last to arrive said, "What god? You mean something with eyes as big as that is supposed to be respected?"
はい、カムイユーカラというものを読みます。今のね、紙芝居もカムイユーカラ。
I will read a story we call Kamui Yukara. The picture story you just saw is also a Kamui Yukara. The Kamui Yukara is a way to pass on our stories and teachings so that they are easily understood. For us Ainu, Kamui Yukara is something that teaches an important spirit. Our ancestors did not have writing. Through the stories, they taught children to live in a good way by using the animal gods, who can be both good and evil. Today, there is less chance for our families to gather together with the grandparents and listen to the yukara. In the old days, the traditional Ainu home, called the chise, only had one big room. There was a single fireplace called the inunpe, and this is where people gathered around to eat and tell stories. Grandparents and children were always together.
ここで物語をこうやって語り合ったり、をしました。だからいつもみんなが見える距離におじいちゃんおばあちゃんがいて、
For the Ainu, children were considered kamui, or gods, until they were able to speak.
言葉が喋るまでの間はカムイであって、カムイは村みんなで育てるんだという意識の元の中で
The entire village was to raise the kamuis.
育てられました。もちろんそういうこういう知恵を与えてくれる
The wise grandparents were called ekashi, or elders, and the ekashi held an important position in the Ainu culture, as they were the ones who passed on the wisdom of the gods.
なぜ富士山で WPPD なのか。で、富士山は私たちにとって聖なる山だというふうに言われてますけれども。
Mount Fuji is said to be sacred. I would like to talk with Mr. Aquino about the reason for holding WPPD at Mount Fuji and the origin of we Japanese as people.
アイヌの人たちが富士山をどういうふうに考えるか、あるいは沖縄の人たちがその天皇制の象徴であった富士山のことをどう考えるか。
I think we need to explore the meaning of holding a ceremony for peace here at Mount Fuji. We must find out how the Ainu people regard Mount Fuji and how the Okinawan people regard Mount Fuji. More recently, the mountain was used as a symbol for Imperial Japan.
アイヌの人とコンタクトを取り、あるいはウルマの国の沖縄の人とも話し合って、アイヌの方が言うには、アイヌ語で富士のことを富士っていうのはおばあさん、太鼓。
In the Ainu language, the word fuchi means grandmother. Some say that maybe this word later became Fuji. The names of great volcanoes across Japan, such as Asama and Aso, are Ainu names. The Jomon people chose to live at the foothills of volcanoes, which were considered sacred.
The
only word we have to describe the Japanese archipelago is Nippon Retto, which is a literal translation. Unlike the Native Americans who call their continent Turtle Island, we don't have a word to call our own archipelago. First, there were many islands. Then those in power began to cover these islands with a great big carpet called Japan. The Okinawans and the Ainu were finally covered with this carpet after the Meiji era. So there are only a few hundred years of so-called Japanese history following the completion of this process. The original concept of the nation of Japan began over 1,000 years ago, in a very small region in western Japan. Eastern Japan was inhabited by native people. The carpet called Japan was gradually laid across the archipelago over the next 1,000 and some hundred years. In this historical process, Mount Fuji first appears in Japanese history around the end of the Nara period, towards the Heian period. Until then, those in the ancient cities didn't even know of the existence of Mount Fuji. The peoples of Western Japan learned of Mount Fuji after they began to conquer the peoples of Eastern and Northern Japan in a campaign called Ezo Seibatsu. Massive military forces were sent to the east, and it was they who first made the so-called discovery of Mount Fuji. They say that Mount Fuji is a shrine for a goddess called Konohana Sakuyahime. Konohana Sakuyahime is a name of a goddess from the southern island of Kyushu. Why did she become the name for Mount Fuji, located in the middle of Japan? This is something that has not been discussed in the long history of Japan. I think we can safely say that Mount Fuji embodies a goddess. Native people across the world view volcanoes as female. We have lost the original name of the goddess of Mount Fuji, who is the spirit of Mother Earth. We have been educated to unconditionally believe the carpet called Japan that has been laid across the archipelago. When asked who they are, native people answer, "I am a human being," that they are a human being on the earth just like everyone else. However, when asked who they are, the Japanese answer, "I am Japanese." We were born as human beings, educated to become Japanese, and now exist as Japanese. We have never questioned this. They say Mount Fuji is a sacred mountain for the Japanese. Is that true? As Mr. Urakawa mentioned earlier, do we really think that a country that continues to practice military training, shooting artillery at Mount Fuji, considers this mountain to be sacred? The dirtiest sacred mountain in the world, Mount Fuji could not be registered as a World Heritage Site because it was covered with trash. This is how we have been treating Mount Fuji. It has been regarded as the source of business. Native American people often say, when all sanctity is lost, a price tag is put on everything. I feel from the bottom of my heart that a movement such as WPPD, with the support of the wisdom and the energy of native people, becomes a chance for our spirits to touch what lies below the carpet called Japan.
The walk arrives at Yamamiya Shrine. The original Sengen Taisha Shrine was located here 1,200 years ago. The shrine has no buildings. From a simple prayer site atop a small hill, people pray to Mount Fuji. The walk arrived safely at the Shiraito Falls Rest Area with the cooperation of the Fujinomiya Walking Club.
いい歩きができたことを心から感謝したいと思います。
昨日見つけた新しい参道といいますか、ちょっと自動車道から離れた道の入り口に私先行ってますので、ここで、神社入る爽やかな道を通ってもらいたいと思います。あとは他のスタッフはですね、これから下行きになりますけども、また明日からですね、天気悪いですけども、無事にお帰りになれるように心が祈っています。本日はどうもありがとうございました。またよろしくお願いします。
あなたを呼びに来た世界にあなたが必要
Cultural exchange and symposium were held at the Outdoor Activity Center. Dances and songs from Ainu, Okinawa, Hawaii, and Native American cultures were presented. Music and dance open our hearts and give us joy. Participants felt one another's culture with their senses, making connections without boundaries.
How we can heal ourselves is to love ourselves and love all other people around. It's very simple, but for why we make it tough, big trouble for ourselves, we just need to think good, clear, have that good feeling inside, where we can have love for one another. So there'll be no more anger, no more wars. Our children don't have to go off to war. So it has to come within ourselves. Spread that love and compassion around to each other. Reach out to someone that is having problems. Talk to them in a good way, a nice way. Give them a smile. Don't be afraid to show that you feel good, that you would like to help them. I'm a grandmother that loves to hug. I hug people. Because when you hug each other, your hearts meet. hurt, the anger that is there, and make you feel good. We're the little people. But it's the little people that can make a difference in this world. And right now, I feel so blessed to be here. And I want to thank you people for your graciousness, your kindness. You've been so kind to us that I felt as soon as I got here. You are beautiful people, so remember that we can all make a difference together. Let's stick together and make this world happy in a peaceful and gentle manner. So I ask the Creator to bless you and keep you, and ask you to listen to your hearts. That's what
the tribes, indigenous tribes of Alaska are singing this song that says they will one day open this box of knowledge and wisdom that was left in our care. Our understanding somehow evaded us, but now the time has come when this, especially when the natives are singing this song. Now, not natives in Anchorage, Alaska, they keep asking us, Uncle, where is this box? Who has this box? Is it in the museum or the university museum? They really want to know. And so the answer is, this box is a symbol for the permanent memory of the Alaska indigenous tribal members. In this story, this message is directed at the honored members of nations who cannot speak the language. Because you must remember the ancient language of our ancestors. They hid all the life skills, survival skills in our permanent memory. They hid all the answers and solutions that you would need to survive in this era that we call space age. And those who go back to their tribe to relearn the language, once they understand the language, they can speak it fluently, then they will have dreams. In the dreams, they will receive instructions how to become a pure spiritual being. Once this is achieved, you will have further dreams that you will listen to the ancient language. This prophecy was given. You will hear the ancient songs pointing to this day. So the answer for those who understand the language, we too begin to understand what has to be done. And so the answer to this is we must know ourselves so well. Remember, we are human beings. Once you become spiritual, you will become more than human. You will understand the language, the ancient dialect that points to us, the things that has been prophesied in the future. Like the Honorable Chief Arvel Lippenhorst, he said, you will one day see things you haven't seen before. You will hear things that you haven't heard before. You will feel things that wasn't there before. And some of the natives are already doing this. So this is the message that was aimed at those who cannot speak the language fluently. So once this is done, then you will begin to understand the ancient prophecies that was given in the ancient language.
The walk continued for 20 kilometers, arriving at Hitoana Shrine. The shrine is a cave considered to be the womb of Mount Fuji. This is a sacred site for the Fujiko faith, a faith that began in the Edo period. Here, its founder, Kakugyo Fujiwara, is said to have attained enlightenment. For many Native American tribes, the horse is a sacred animal. Many horse rides are held as a ceremony for prayer.
Hey, Wokula, thank you for making this sacred walk towards Mount Fuji and the ceremonies that we're going to hold. There's a lot of people who are very anxious, and tomorrow is the main day, but this is part of the journey that we're doing, part of the ceremony right now. Walking and riding horseback, and that's the way long ago people deliver message, is through a spiritual walk or a ride. They say that when you make this sacred journey, then every time you walk, then every time you take a breath, you honor our relatives in a sacred way. They say that every time people come together, it's unity, the spiritual unity. But we got to remember that every time there's something positive, the negative is just as much. Each and every one of us, because that we're human, sometimes we get tired, or sometimes we start to feel negative energy. But make sure that you maintain your positiveness. So we have come this far, and now we're going to pray at the sacred place, then we'll go to the sacred site. So I'd like to say thank you for, I know that as human as we are, we could be doing a lot of different things, but because this is a very sacred time that we spent together, I'd like to say thank you for allowing that time for the Creator. God bless.
There are 4 gates to Mount Fuji, and this is the western gate. This is Mr. Makita, the Fujiko priest from the northern gate. After his talk on the Fujiko faith, we will pray together.
Before my talk, I would like to greet Hito Anasama and Mount Fuji. Please join me if you like. Hello, my name is Tadato Makita. Some call me Kikori. I live in Fuji Yoshida at the northern gate of Mount Fuji. I am an Oshi priest of the Fujiko faith. I study the volcanic caves and lava formations and work as a nature guide to Mount Fuji and its lava formations.
At the camp center, Be Good Talk was held.
Thank you for joining us in this scattering for peace and prayer. We Japanese say rain is unfortunate, but rain is also a blessing. I believe that is how the native people of this land felt. Konohana Sakuya Hime is the goddess of Mount Fuji. She is a spirit of the cherry blossom. She also possesses a strong power from the waters. So I feel today's rain is a sign that she is happy. I'm a priest serving this mountain goddess. At the summit of Mount Fuji is a shrine where we priests take turns as a sentinel. Please visit our Okumiya shrine when you come to Mount Fuji. You may feel many things, a sense that we are part of nature, this, I believe, is the best way to live. The cells in your body can be renewed, become full of life. Thank you.
Led by indigenous representatives on horseback, the walk left Hidoana Shrine, heading to Asagiri Arena, the site for the World Peace and Prayer Day ceremony. Many World Peace and Prayer Day participants welcomed the arrival of the walk, forming a large circle.
I made a last-minute decision to join the walk. I thought this would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so I walked in prayer. At times, it was difficult and I felt I could not make it. But with everyone's support, I am very grateful that I was able to complete the walk. The last stretch of the walk was especially difficult, and I had to struggle with myself. I had to overcome my negative feelings. When we walkers approached the goal, everyone welcomed us and thanked us. I felt it was I who had to thank everyone. I was very grateful. The walk made me remember things I tend to forget in my daily life in Tokyo. In Tokyo, our concerns become very narrow. Our thoughts tend to be focused on ourselves, how others treat us, our parents, our partners, and so on. Although my friends are gentle at heart, they seem to be caught up in this mindset. It's hard to explain, but I feel that if they experience this wonderful feeling firsthand, I think we could connect with one another. It would have been really great if more people could have joined us today to feel this sense of togetherness.
On June 21st, summer solstice day, a typhoon named Mother of Thunder directly hit Mount Fuji. World Peace and Prayer Day ceremony was held in the pouring rain. Over 4,000 participants prayed together with looks of peace.
To everyone who made World Peace and Prayer Day 2004 Japan possible, on June 21st, our ceremonial grounds at Asagiri Arena was hit by a typhoon, as if it was just waiting for this day. The typhoon lapped everyone with the same rain and mist, and the rainwater ran down over our bodies and seeped into Mother Earth. The circle in the arena was held tightly together in prayer. Often, tears well up in my eyes as I saw the great circle of people across the mist. There were countless volunteer staff that couldn't join the circle, but they protected our prayer circle too. At the entrance gate, at the parking lot, at the free food kitchen, at the security station, at the headquarters. And beyond that, there were many friends across Japan and the world that had prayed together with us. My heart overflows with gratitude and awe as I think that it must have been the power of their prayers that kept the circle tight for so many hours. In the middle of the strong typhoon, suddenly the blue sky opened and we saw a hog harbor above us. This felt like the work of all the players around the world for peace and harmony. I send my deepest gratitude to everyone who supported World Peace and Prayer Day 2004 Japan all the way to the end. Let us walk the path of peace and harmony. Each of us is responsible for creating the world. Let our step be in prayer together with all living things. For all our relations, in prayer, Yoshie Rihara.